Cynthia Cain, Stay Ready Nails Academy.
Hey, Chin. Hey, y'all.
Hey. So what you got for us, Cynthia?
Wow. First of all, you've been on all day. Congratulations. That's what's up. You've been on pretty much all day, right?
Since 9 a.m.
Yeah. And I was on, as you can see earlier, I was on and I fell asleep, woke back up, got dressed, went out with the family. We just got back home because it's Saturday and because I can do this. It's Saturday. I don't have to go and do nails anymore or open my school because I'm closed on Saturday. So that's why I got up and got dressed. We had family time. We went downtown. We hung out all day. And we are still making money because I have a school. So what I wanted to say was this. That's why I kept going back and forth from here to Instagram. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me?
Yep.
Okay. The reason I wanted to come on is because I think it was Friday or Thursday. I got an email from someone who wanted to open up a school in another state. I don't say the state, but she was like, I've been emailing you several times. I'm trying to open a school. I'm like, okay, fine, call me. So she called me and I told her what she needs to do. Because I just want to come on and say this. This is what you guys doing, like Millionaire Barber said. You guys are trying to get to the last step, which is Z. Government funding, all of that stuff. Y'all know I'm always tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna always tell y'all the truth. If you're trying to get into the school business just to get the money and the government funding, it ain't gonna work. Because you haven't even done the first step yet, meaning hire you a mentor, Millionaire Barber. You can't go past Millionaire Barber and come to me. He has all of the paperwork, all of the blueprint. So if you did try to skip him and come to me, I'm gonna deny you because I can't give you what I paid for. I can't give you my blueprint, my business plan, my student paperwork. I can't give you that. It's through Millionaire Barber, and it's on his website, and it's on my website also. You have to do the work. You have to do that first. And then, like Millionaire Barber said, open your school, figure out the square footage. That's number one. You just can't get a building and say, oh, I got the school. No. Don't work like that. You get your building, figure out the square footage, go back to Millionaire Barber's blueprint, do the steps like I did, do all of the steps, a lot of steps. And you guys are missing a lot of stuff in between before you get to the end. This is a process. It can be done. If my little country butt can do it, y'all can do it too. But you need to realize it's steps to this. And you need a mentor. So you're going to need Millionaire Barber. And I even think I was going to be able to say this, but you're going to need me too. Even though I'm not really promoting it like a lot, I'm mentoring one person right now. I'm mentoring one person. And I'm trying to decide if I want to keep doing this because, yeah, it's a lot of work. If you don't know what you're doing, that's when I step in. If I would even take the job, because y'all don't realize that you have to pay to play. It's like a poker game. You can just walk up and see people keep hitting the jackpot. They keep hitting the jackpot. You want to jump in and put your little $5, $10 down and say, oh, I want to get in. It don't work like that. You got to pay to play. You have to pay to play. Y'all have no idea the financial freedom you can get from owning the school. Like I just said, it's Saturday. I've been off all day. I slept all day. Got up, took a shower, did my little eyebrows, and I've been out all day with the family. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'm going to do it again. I don't have to go and service clients no more, begging for $30, $40, $50, $60, $70. I make that in no time. And while I was out, I didn't even say anything or post it yet. And I will if y'all want me to, but and I will probably when I end this, when I get off of here, but while I'm out and about at the park, grocery shopping, just having family time, another student enrolled for my next semester. I didn't even announce that. I stopped announcing it. I have another full house my next semester with 2 instructors. And all I did was just follow what Millionaire Barber told me to do. I wasn't scared. I just went out, did my own research, did what he told me to do, have some common sense. You have to do the research, y'all. You have to do your work. He make it easier by giving you the blueprint, giving you the, can they see me, baby? You on there, huh? You can see me? Yeah. He give you all the paperwork. And I want to say this also from a young lady who called me, and she was saying that, and Millionaire Barber don't even know this. He know I love to come on here with surprises. He said, I mean, she told me that, well, I have the blueprint, but it's all about a barber school. It's all about opening up a barber school. I'm like, no, it ain't. You get the blueprint from him, you get the financials from him, you get the what is called the business plan, and you copy and paste it, and you change it to your stuff. You change it to your school name, your school address, your school phone number, the hours you are open, the name of your school. You change all of that. That's why it's called copy paste. All the rest of the stuff you read it, of course, you can change it as you go along if you want to, but it's all the same stuff. It's all the basic blueprint for all states. You just change the copy and the paste from barber to cosmetology, from barber to nail school, from barber to esthetician school. So that's first. So, yeah. You still on here, Chan? Where he at?
Yeah, I'm listening to you now.
Yeah, okay.
Tell them about the transition from the post office to you working in a salon, like a nail suite for $25, $45, the different pains or whatever. How people used to treat you, because women used to treat you bad.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm saying, see, the world is round. And God said the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And them same people that ran in them cliques that would talk about you and mistreat you, now they're at your feet on their knees.
Asking me
tell them about that.
Well, it's funny because I was telling my students, matter of fact, I think Thursday, about when I was working for the post office, going to work at night, away from my family, begging for time off, denied. I was working so much that I hurt my back there. I've had 4 back surgeries while I was working for the post office. 4. So I'm legally disabled because of all of the hard work I did. Then when I would ask for time off because I'm hurting, my back, hurting no legs or whatever, denied. But I got hurt at your job, working there. So I was really like mentally abused, like for real, like to the point I told them, and I don't talk about it a lot, I don't like to complain, but I almost went to jail because I almost like did a little something to my supervisor, talking straight up trash to me, like I was nothing. And I left there and like, okay, I'm gone. So I started doing nails out of my own home, started thinking about it, like, you know what, I think this may be something I can do. Well, not me, my husband, he the one who put me onto this. So I just followed my passion. I followed, like Millionaire Barber say, what God tells you to do. This is not something that's like a quick hustle. I'm gonna always be honest with y'all, no matter what. It's not a quick hustle for me. It's not a, let me find a quick way to make money. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So like he said earlier, and I was on here earlier, I was off and on. But if you do your part, God gonna do the rest. He's trying to see what you're gonna do. He put Millionaire Barber in my DM. I kept hearing about this guy, Millionaire Barber. I'm like, who the hell is Millionaire Barber? I ain't no barber. I don't cut hair. That's the kind of mindset I had back then. And I told him, I don't know if he forgot, but this one lady, my mentor, Velma, her name was Velma too. And I'm older than her, but little young Black lady. They gave me my first chance at having a suite. And she said, oh, I know Millionaire Barber. I'm like, This is like the 900 times you telling me this. Who the hell is Millionaire Barber? I don't cut hair. I'm like, okay. So I'm cutting her off, just keep talking. And she kept telling me, I know Millionaire Barber. I'm like, okay. And I just started to research one day. I'm like, oh, he has schools. Oh, he had school. So I didn't know at the time he was watching me, waiting for me to finish school because he saw something in me. And like I keep telling y'all, he had barber schools. He didn't have no nail schools. He had barber schools. So that's why y'all are getting confused. The barber school blueprint, nail school, esthetician school is all, cosmetology school is all copy paste. It's the same paperwork, but still, like he said, your state may have extra stuff that you may have to do. That's when he steps in, and I step in if I can, and tell you where to go get your other paperwork and all the other stuff. It's the same thing. And like I keep telling people, he had barber schools. He closed them. That was a long time ago. But I have my school open. So I know how to run a school on a daily basis as far as teaching, you know, your paperwork, how to handle different types of students. Like I keep saying, y'all even got to that point yet. Y'all trying to get to the government money. Nope, back up. You ain't got to this point yet. Them students gonna run you if you let them. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. So that is what I've been through. Not having no time off and on the weekends. You know, my husband, kids, whatever, going out of town, like today, shopping. I was there from the beginning to the end. So I'm back home now. As you can see, my little hair red, about to chill, watch a movie because I have a school. I ain't got to get up in the morning and go do no nails. I'm going to get up in the morning and do my school lesson plan for the rest of the week for my home, and I'm going to relax. And I'm constantly getting tuition in because I don't charge by the month, I charge by the week. So every week I got money coming in, every week. Like I just said earlier, and I will post it so y'all can know, this is no cap. Someone enrolled today. I was asleep. I was dead asleep. I woke up, $3,000 hit my account because another student enrolled for October. Cheers, baby. I ain't gonna tell my husband. He looking like, the hell? He's like, yeah, I ain't gonna tell him. Cheers. Come here, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell him. I ain't tell him. I ain't tell him. I tell him all the time, but I ain't tell him today. Cheers. Cheers. 3. Cheers. Good job. 2 kisses. Chin, where you at, Chin? There you go. There you go. Look at Chin, lift our head. Look at Chin.
What's going on, 𝗀𝗀 Cain?
Closer. I'm here, baby. Come closer. He ain't my no Chin. I ain't tell him today. Another $3,000 hit the account.
Jane, tell us.
So, y'all want to know how many I have in October coming in? I already got a full house now, but October is what, next month?
Yeah.
Guess how many Chin I'm gonna have in October on top of the new group. So October, y'all guess how many new students I got coming in October?
5.
Oh no.
Jane crazy.
10.
Oh no.
15.
Oh no.
20.
16.
16. Wow. And how much your tuition?
4,005. I told you to change it. 4,525. Do the math.
And how many nails you got to do for that?
my one nail every blue moon. No, come here. My little one nail every blue moon show them, you know, how to do other people's nails every blue moon. So yeah, I don't have time to come on here and just keep, you know, telling y'all. I'm just gonna do my shit. Let me take care of my school, do what I gotta do. Y'all just sit back and look. I'm obviously gonna be honest with y'all. 15
16.
16, yeah, 16. So and I ain't through yet. I mean, it ain't even October yet. I mean, yet. So that's number 16. I'm gonna go make her a folder tomorrow, contact her with all the information, make her a folder, file it in my file cabinet. It's gonna be number 16.
How much is tuition?
4,525. Do the math.
I don't even cuss, but damn.
I didn't even do the math. I just like, okay, it's just like it's an everyday thing almost. It's like, okay, I don't even count money like that, because when you count money, that's when you mess up. Money gonna come to you because you don't what you're supposed to be doing. Do the math, baby. Good at math. 16 times 4,525. And my overhead is not that much because I got my kids on payroll. They my instructors. You know, I pay them a little, you know, a little. My rent, my Wi-Fi, my electric bill.
I just put it in there.
Them 2,400. And they're
that's
gonna be
not
enrolled in 3.5 months, maybe 4 months. Then I'm gonna do it again.
And you got your online stuff, your product line.
Oh, wait, yeah, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. And she helped me with that. Yeah, I don't be talking about that a lot, but yeah.
How does it feel now versus before? I mean, what was you thinking before?
What I was thinking before, and I was gonna be honest with y'all. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna be honest because he's asking. I didn't go into this with a calculator. Like I'm gonna make this much money. That's when you mess up, because when you look at the money, that's when y'all start cutting corners. That's when you start cutting corners and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I have a full house every semester, because they know that I don't mind spending money. I spend money into them so they can learn, and I'm gonna get that money back, because God see, like Millionaire Barber say, God see that I'm investing back into my business, back into the community. So he's gonna make sure that I'm gonna get that money back, because I don't like right now. I got 17 students enrolled, and they've been coming to school regularly. So we on e-filing. How am I teach e-filing if I don't have 17 e-files? Because they all been coming pretty much. So I made sure I have enough e-files. I don't just have 2 and make them pass it along. Like, no, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You have to spend money to make money. And they see that. They see I'm going out buying more e-files, more products, more, lights for the gel polish. They see I'm going out to buy products to teach them. That's why I tell y'all, wait until it's time for you to get into this business. Chin be on here all day telling y'all all of his private links for funding, for the student funding, all this stuff. He just waiting on y'all to do it. But like he said, it's not for everybody. But if you think this is for you, like I keep saying, my little country butt can do it, y'all can too. So just be smart about it. If you don't have a teacher, be your own teacher like me. Go get your instructor's license. Be your own teacher. Keep it in the family. I enrolled my 2 kids legally. So they came to school legally to get their manicurist license. And now, legally, they are my instructors, because Texas changed the rules and regulations. So they are my 2 instructors. So I can have 75 students enrolled. Now I used to can only have 25. Now I can have 75 students enrolled. So do the math on that, Chin. 75 times 4,525. And I'm gonna probably raise it up later on. So do the math. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen eventually. My baby, 75 times 4,525. Damn, he did it quick. He said 339,000 from having a school. You're not going to make that money doing nails, hair, skin, and that's not per year. That's per semester. That's per semester. So this group is 3.5 to 4 months. My next group, I'm gonna change my contract again, because I don't need all that time with them. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. And I figured out I've already done it. 3.5 months. So 3.5 months, enroll them, educate them, exit them out, give myself a break, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. You're not gonna make that behind the chair. But like I keep telling y'all, you gotta go to Millionaire Barber first. You can't just override him because you don't want to pay him to come to me. Because I'm gonna tell you, Anybody can tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all to go back to him. He has all the paperwork. There's no way I would give you my paperwork. No, I pay for that. You got to go and get it from him. Got to get it from him.
And then going through accreditation, there's some stuff going through accreditation is very important.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to call me and go through me. Because there's some stuff in this big old head that's not in that blueprint. I know how ninjas are.
You're right. Me too.
The streets, so it's some stuff that's only in this head right here.
Right, and that's why I tell them the truth, because y'all want to skip 10 to come to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all, even if you did hire me, if I did accept you and mentor you, I don't know how to get you to accreditation. You got to go to Chin, because he handles that. He handles that. So when it's my time to get to accreditation, I'm gonna have to reach back out to him and say, hey, I think I want this. Like I think I want it. And he gonna have to do all that stuff, because I done been to conferences and stuff before, but it's like, I don't understand all that. That's on him to do all that. So like I keep telling y'all, you can't bypass him, because if you bypass him being cheap, and like he said, how ninjas are, you're gonna go in it blind, you're gonna lose money, you're gonna fail, because like I keep telling y'all, you're trying to get to school so fast in your state, you forget about the most important part, the city. The city got to prove you first. So
how was it with your grandmama? Can you tell them about, because you don't ever talk about what you do for people and your family and stuff. Can you tell us something about that?
Yeah, I never talk about that, but like he said, I never knew that I would be the matriarch of the family, you know, the one everybody go to. So since I have opened the school, people see what I'm doing, so they always reaching out, you know, for money and loans and stuff, and I have helped a lot of people. So when my mom, you know, was having issues, so I had to help her out, give her a whole new house full of furniture. My grandmother, you know how old people are, I don't want to throw away anything. So she was like, well, babe, you know, she didn't tell me, but I heard she had bed bugs. So they had to move her from a whole new unit to another unit with bed bugs. I'm like, wait a minute. You got to throw everything away. And she didn't want to do it because she knew that's all she had. When I reached out to her and say, look, I call her mom. I'm like, look, mama, if you promise me, throw all this stuff away, just throw it away. I promise you, I will refurbish your home. So she threw everything away. So I had to go buy everything from the sheets, the towels, the pillowcases, furniture, bed, everything. You know, people don't really need a lot, but I'd say throw it away. Throw everything away you had since I was fucking born. And I promise you, I will refurbish your own home before I even did mine. And I was able to do that. And then with my brother, you know, in prison for 25 years, kept going up for parole, denied, going up for parole, denied, because they knew that if they release him, what you gonna do? Go back on the streets and do the same thing? So when I stepped up in this last parole hearing and told them who I was, and even the judge was like, wait a minute, like he was like, who was that? Had my little white coat on, my little shirt, jacket. And I told them who I was and what I owned a nail school. Granted, they granted his release because of me, because I said I have a school, I have somewhere for him to come, I'm able to get him an education, he can get a license, he have options. So that was the main thing. He had options because of me. So they gave him release date, and he been doing good ever since. Huh? After how long? What? 25 years? 25 years he was in there, and they kept denying him parole whenever he was coming up for parole, because they knew that what you going back to, the streets, going back to your gang banging ways. But when I stepped in, my black self in that white jacket, I never forget. They judged, and even the parole officers, they was like, "You lying? That ain't your sister." And he was like, "Yeah, that's my sister." And the judge was asking me questions like, "What's your name and where your school at?" I'm like, "Houston, Texas." "You have a school?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." And they said, "Okay, well, we'll think about it." And 30 minutes later, they granted his release. because I was the only one who can really talk on his behalf and say that, hey, he got somewhere to come to in the family. He ain't got to go back to the streets. And so he's been doing good, of course, ever since. And I'm also, like she said, I don't talk about what I do for people. I'm putting my own family on, not only my kids, but my cousin, my brother-in-law, my husband's niece. I'm giving them, education, making them instructors because I can legally. They come to school, get their hours, they learning, making them an instructor, and first a manicurist. So you have the chance to be the matriarch of the family, just change everything up.
How did your mama and grandmama feel when he came home? Tell us about that.
They was very happy. They're like, boy, how you finally got out? And how you finally got out of there? He finally told him. My big sister I was on like this, I was on Zoom. So it was me, my white jacket, it's little white judge up here. And then my brother was over here with a correction officer. They were looking to that screen like, what's that? They didn't know who I was. I mean, they knew, but they ain't knew what I was gonna say. They just thought I was gonna say, oh, release him, release him. Like, no, I told them the plan. So yeah, everybody of course was excited about that because it was finally somebody in the family that can stand up and say, hey, I have a business, I have a school. He got somewhere to go to. So that's how they work.
Now, what about when you travel? How is that even? Well, tell us about COVID, when COVID hit.
I really don't, I hate, I don't say I hate talking about it, but it's like, that was like a blessing in disguise for my business because I was able to still have my school because not only do I have a physical school, I have an online school. So I was able to open that up and have them enroll and get approved. It's a long, lengthy, expensive process, but I was able to do that because I have a school, and then I was able to approve the students to get their hours online. So I never once lost a penny. It's like again a blessing in disguise because of COVID.
What about these women that talked about you? Because you've been online a long time, just giving information, and you would teach a lot of these classes. Can you tell us about when you was teaching all these classes?
Yeah, so when I was doing nails, just like everybody else, just doing nails because I'm like, that's what I'm doing. And then this Millionaire Barber came into my life and like, look, you need to, you got other things you could be doing. You can, are you ready to get to school now? I'm like, Millionaire Barber, I heard this name before. So basically just listen to him, researching him, seeing what he did, seeing how he can help me, and just went from there. So like you said earlier, you can't listen to the naysayers. You can't worry about being the underdog because I am the underdog. I haven't been on Instagram a long time. Instagram, in case y'all don't know, it's not that old. I was in nail school. No, I was in instructor school. No, I was in nail school 2014 when Instagram really started popping off. So I got on Instagram 2014 amongst legends and people that's been on here for years and years and years. They knew who I was, but they was ignoring me. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. So now God has pushed me up. Like he said, I'm above all of that. And now I'm being reached out for help, to help others. And like I said, I help who I can. But again, I have a business to run too, but that's why you don't want to wait around. When it's your time, it's your time. You need to move on it. So if Millionaire Barber is constantly on here, because I say this all the time, he don't have to be on here. He be on here all day. He got money already. He ain't like he going broke. We got to get on live to just hustle up some mentor programs. He got money. He trying to help us get some. Because he had a school. He had several schools. He done that. He done that. So he's trying to pour back into us. And y'all don't want to invest. So find a way, like I keep saying, that it ain't that you don't want to invest, find a way to invest Get you a mentor. You're going to have mentors to help you. Then you go from there.
I really don't have any bills. I mean, my car's a 2013 Toyota Camry with 165,000 miles. I got to put it on Instagram.
I know. You still drive that car. And that's okay. That's what you want. That's what you like. Everybody different. You smart. That's smart. You smart ass man.
Now, when your daughter, how did it feel when she got her license, when Lauren got her license?
I cried because it's like, okay, I used as a guinea pig. People don't realize that she got a license so I can figure out and make sure I was doing it right. Because she's not interested in no nails. She's not trying to be a nail tech. She's licensed, of course, but I had bigger plans for her. I needed her to be a teacher. So if I'm not there, she can teach. And it's not about her showing up because she's an introvert. Like, she's deadly afraid of teaching. She don't want to be in the front of a classroom. I said, baby, it's not about that. I just need you to get your license. I need to send you to state board so I can see if it works. So what I taught her worked. And I went from there. What I taught my son worked. And I went from there. So that's why people trust me and come to my school, because I've done the hard work and researched and made sure that what I was teaching them, it works. So when she got her license, my son got his license, I cried because it's like, okay, I did it. Like, I did it. Not only to make them licensed nail techs, so like you said, so I can go on vacation. My plan is to go somewhere every other weekend, if I can, and I can. But my job is my plan is to really like go out of town, go somewhere every other weekend. So we started this weekend by just going downtown to our local spots. As a school owner, because I can. Because I can. That's why I'm doing it. I deserve it.
Now, when you was posting on Instagram and YouTube and doing all of that, because you're not scared.
Scared money don't make money.
I mean, a lot of women are scared to go live. You've been doing this for years. This is not something that just started with you.
Yep, done it for a long time. And when I say a long time, I don't mean 25, 30 years. I just started going live a couple of years ago, y'all. Like I keep telling y'all, I went to get my nail license in 2014. I wasn't going live back then. I just had Instagram, posting nails. And then 2017, I went to get my instructor's license. And then still wasn't going live. I was just posting nails and just posting one-on-one classes. And then from the one-on-one classes, posted to school and then enrolling students. So like I keep saying, there's levels to this. And another thing too, I want to say also, and I say this a lot, y'all need to really, really, really focus on me and my journey, because I'm prime example. Again, I'm a walk-in like a textbook, like a prime example of stepping out on faith. If I did not, listen to me, y'all, because a lot of y'all don't know this. If I did not go to instructor school in 2017, what, baby, 3 years ago? Almost 4 years ago. If I didn't enroll, because my husband told me to, if I didn't enroll in instructor school to get my instructor's license, if I did not do that, ain't no telling where I would be at, because I did that, y'all. I'm able to make my kids and whoever I want to be an instructor, because in Texas, they changed the law last month. They changed the law in Texas that they are no longer giving out instructor licenses. I called Ken.
Mm-hmm.
I was crying. He said, wait a minute, what? I said, Ken, they changed it. I don't have to send my kids to instructor school and do all that stuff. He said, oh, just like Florida, somebody said he was saying. So basically, because I am an instructor, I can make my 2 kids instructors, mean I can enroll more students, more tuition, more money, but not only that, I can make them instructors. If I didn't go to instructor school, I would have opened a school just to be doing some, being greedy, looking for the money. And then I had to go out and hire a teacher. And my kids, they would never have been instructors because I was an instructor. So the moral of the story, real quick, the moral of the story is to, when you see an opportunity, you got to go out and do it, because you never know when it's going to end. Simple as that.
Yeah. Now, I'm going through your Instagram. I'm going to pull it up. Can y'all see this screen? Do you see the screen?
Inconsistent.
Now I'm going way back. And
Way back.
You can tell me to stop at any time.
No, keep going. There go Judy. Keep going. Being consistent. Being consistent. Showing them how I can help them. Not only about what I do and how much money I make. They don't want to hear that. They want to know how you can help them. Yeah, he went way back. Me showing how I can help them. From doing nails, from one-on-one class, what he's showing you guys now. Going to school. Y'all remember me going back and forth to that small lunchroom, packing my truck up every weekend, teaching classes, begging to out that little lunchroom. Now God gave me a whole school. A whole school. You
had lost your voice one time, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost my voice because I was just repeating the same thing over and over and over. So this when Chin said, okay, now enough of that. It's time for you to record it. And again, if it wasn't for him telling me that, I probably would have still be trying to teach every weekend. But he said, you need to record those classes. So now that's on autopilot, me making money from those master classes, which is only $77 again, teaching you. You can learn my techniques on how I do nails so you can go out and teach your students. So if you have a school, you just want to have a nail school or whatever cosmetology school, and your instructor don't know how to do nails, they can buy my master classes to learn how to do nails my way. They just basically mimic what I do. You go out and teach that. Then you'll know how to instruct on nails. But like I keep saying, it's more to just nails. You got to learn how to teach. Your paperwork has to be in order. Your blueprint has to be in order. Your business plan has to be in order. All of that stuff is separate and extra that you get from Millionaire Barber, not for me. But it's on my website. So you get it from my website or Millionaire Barber website, and then both of us will help you once you purchase the blueprint. And like you said earlier, figure out, and we'll help you also find the rules and regulations in your state, and you go from there. Because we can't do everything for you. We're going to help you. Then you will just keep going like I did. And then before you know it, you'll have your own school. So I'm hoping and praying that you guys have stepped out and already enrolled in instructor school. To get your instructor's license, you can be your own teacher.
You've been very consistent.
Yeah. Showing them a lot of stuff, yeah. From all my snacks and everything, very consistent. So that's another thing, you guys, you need to get on social media more. You can't just say, oh, I want to school. Okay, well, who's going to enroll? They don't know what you're doing. And then show them what you're doing. From doing nails, from one-on-one classes to having a school, to having 2 instructors. It's all levels to this, you guys. It's levels to it. Like you got to do the hard work. It's not hard, but you got to do do it in steps. Get the blueprint, get your business plan, and then you go from there.
How does your body feel now with the school?
Sure, I ain't hunched over like what's in Gertrude, Mrs. Gertrude or whatever. I ain't hunched over no more. I'm not rocking bow leg, or I'm not in pain no more. Yeah, with the wig on and the gap leg and the walker. I'm not that. I know that much. Like I said, I've been walking around all day in Discovery Green Park. I feel relaxed. I feel good. And guess what? If I don't feel like get up in the morning like I used to, my son will be there because he's an instructor. And I let him know, hey, I'll be there in a minute. Oh, okay, Mom, I got you. So he opened up the school now. He's been opening up and he's there until I get there. I get there when I get there. I wasn't able to do that before. I was the only teacher. I was the only teacher. So now I get there when I get there. I lay sleep in, I sleep late. I get there when I get there.
When did it like click in your mind that you're this school owner? Like when did it hit you? When did you realize it? That
I don't think it really hit me yet, to be honest. I was on go. Every blue moon I sit down, when I finally sit down and relax, I think about it. I'm like, wait a minute, I own a school. Like he said, not a salon, not a school. It hits me every blue moon, but when it really, really hit me was when I finally finished. I never forget Thanksgiving night. What, baby, 2019? Yeah, 2019, when I finally finished, I was outside jumping for joy. So every blue moon, it hits me like, wait a minute. Like Chin said, because like I said, I've been on him off and on all day like him. It finally hit me when you tell them, oh, I love your nails. And I say, yeah, I have a school. Oh, you have a salon? I'm like, no, I have a school. So they like, oh. I'm like, yes, I have a school. Not a salon, I have a school. They don't even know what to say after that. So yeah, it hits me every now and then. Being consistent.
what would you do? No, keep going.
No, I'm just saying, just you got to start. That's basically I'm going to say. You just got to start.
Do you see any of your old friends or former colleagues from the post office or former stylists or nail techs? Do you see any of them? Like, you see anybody you done passed up?
Every day.
What are they thinking or what do they say?
Oh, child, don't get me started. They probably like, she make me sick. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I like I said, I see it every day. But it's like, hey, that's what you get for ignoring me. Yeah. I don't have to be petty, but it's like, yeah, you see me. Now you see me. And again, y'all would be amazed that just an underdog like me, how many people have reached out to me like, oh my God, like, basically, hey, big head. I'm like, what you want? Like, yeah. You can't, like he said earlier, because again, I was laying down, I think it's right about noon. I was online, I kept dozing, I was sleeping. Like he said, you can't listen to naysayers. You can't listen to nobody else. God gave me this vision. He put the vision in my mind. That's why I did it. I wasn't a fool and just stepped out and closed everything. No, I kept seeing visions and I kept seeing Millionaire Barber, and it was a reason why it was, Yeah, it was the reason why her name was Velma. She kept telling me Millionaire Barber. I'm like, who the hell is this Millionaire Barber guy? I don't care. And I realized now that it was a reason she kept saying it, because it was meant for her to tell me that. It was meant for me to figure it out. And then I had to convince my husband to invest money and to do it. Because he was like, what? Like Millionaire Barber say, the vision wasn't sent to him, it was sent to me. So it's my responsibility to, do something with it. And I keep telling y'all, I didn't have any money. That's what y'all keep forgetting. I didn't have any money when I opened that school. I had $7,000. I went back to my old Bank of America account that's closed down now. I went back to that year. I never forget, and I had $7,000. And the only reason I had that $7,000 because that was from those one-on-one classes. The show went from no one else. That was only making $35, $40 doing nails. That was from doing one-on-one classes.
What about this picture?
Oh, see, look at that. And this matter of fact, where I'm at now in my open dining room with my little niece. Look at that. Doing nails. Straight from the post office, my third back surgery, bloated from having surgery, fat, retired, and with a little dining room, not the dining room, what's it, like a little lunch, a little dining, what's that, a lunch tray? A dinner tray. Doing my little niece, doing her little manicure. I'm doing her manicure. And look where I am now. That was in what year? That was maybe 2017, 19? No, 15. 2014, 15, 16. Yeah, it's killing. Yeah, not too long ago. Y'all, we're in the year 2021. Y'all see all I've done, and it's only 2021. From starting here at home, just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Look at that. Look at me. I was packing up this stuff every week because when I closed my salon down, I was all of a sudden, I'm like, I was mad, but I'm like, why now? All of a sudden, I don't have nowhere to work yet. Y'all want to book classes? So I just kept going. I could have just said, man, forget this. My back hurt. And it was. I was crying. I had to pack up all this stuff because I had a class like every Saturday or Sunday for months. I had lost my voice repeating myself. I closed my salon down. And then all of a sudden, everybody wanted the class. I'm like, well, I closed the salon down. Like, I don't have nowhere to teach. So I had to go back. And I never forget, I had to basically beg this little girl to let me rent out the lunchroom. I had to rent out the lunchroom because I had all of y'all deposits and I had to go find somewhere to teach. So I went back to the same office building, rented out that lunchroom so I could continue doing classes for the ones who paid the deposit. So every Saturday, whether it was Saturday or Sunday, I had to load that stuff up that you see in that wagon, pile high, my husband packed that stuff up for me. I would drive to this location. I would unpack it. He would come up there and meet me sometimes. And then we unpack that stuff, set up, teach y'all how to do nails from like 9 to like 4. Sometimes I go over 5 o'clock, maybe longer, unpack all of that. I had to pack all of this up again, put it in that Tahoe and drive home. Then the rest of the week, you know, what I was doing then, because the salon was closed down. Yeah, I was in that dining room here working with my products and stuff, making my products. Then go back to the weekend, do it again. Pick up all that stuff, do it again. So I never did quit, complain, you know, give up. Like, man, my back hurt. I remember I had 4 back surgeries. I was still doing this stuff. That's my first $20 I found outside the building, cleaning up. So I was being rewarded then cleaning up. I was finding money, picking up trash outside where I'm at right now. Just kept going. And I never gave up. And now, in these little short years, I have 2 kids as instructors that can help me out. It's a day I got approved from the state. The Texas approved me. All of my stuff was in order. My paperwork was in order. My electrical stuff was in order. Everything was in order, and I got approved. They jumping like a frog. Thanksgiving night, I finally finished everything. I was jumping for joy. That sign, look at that. That job. And look who I'm under though. You're not from Texas, but I want y'all to Google Fiesta. I want y'all to Google Fiesta Pawn. That's a grocery store. Pawn shop and liquor store. Like a major store here in Texas. And look at me, again, my little butt with a sign under them. Like, how amazing is that, huh, baby? I said, every now and then I think about that, like, I'm under Fiesta. Yeah, this is how the school looked before. I have a sign under Fiesta. Look at that. Look at the lunchroom. Look at the front part. You remember that day? And look, and that's when I was in there, had my little table. I bought my iPad, and I got all of the paperwork Chen gave me, well, some of it, and I printed out some stuff, and I sat there in that school. Go back to that picture, Chen. I went back, go back to that picture. I sat there in the front part of that school. Yeah, I gave class in the school. Yeah, right there. That's me right there, sitting up right there. I printed out Chen blueprint and some other stuff, and I went to that school. The light was on. I was around the dead roaches and spider webs and stuff. I sat there, and you look and see I didn't have anything there. All I had was what Chen gave me, and I went through that list, and I shared a tear, and I said, okay, let me see what is this? Like, I had been bought it, but I ain't no pay attention to it. So I printed it out, went to the school by myself, locked myself in that building right there. That was 2000 and what, late 18? No, 2019. Yeah, 2019, y'all. Huh? 2019, y'all. Like 2 years I've done all of this stuff. Like I just did this 2019. I forgot what month it was, but I had bought the blueprint a year before. And I got the building, signed the lease on it, and I'm like, okay, oh my God. I'm like, okay, what to do next? Like, and I'm like, wait a minute, duh, you have the blueprint. So I went to the house, printed out a lot of stuff. I'm like, okay, this is a lot of stuff. Like, this too much. So I printed out some stuff, sat right there by myself in that school, and I went through the checklist to do my lease. Like I keep telling y'all, you skipping the city. You skipping the city. You gotta get to the city first. The city gotta say yes before the state. So I sat there and I did my checklist for the city. If I had questions, he was on speed dial, called Chen, emailed Chen, did my part in Texas, did my part again in Texas. I didn't sit back and want him to hold my hand and lay everything out to me. Like, no, he's going to give me what he's supposed to give me. I got to do my own research, my own work. And I did it with his help. From that to where I'm at now. And I'm about to move because I'm running out of space. I need another space. Oh, go back down, Chen. Go back to that refrigerator. Go back. Right there. See that refrigerator? Click on it. Y'all see that refrigerator? I bought the refrigerator. That's like a Uber refrigerator. They put like 2 little bottles of water in it. I bought that because when I was doing classes, you know, I would buy like little sandwiches and stuff, and I wanted to have somewhere to keep it cool, so I bought that. And I never forget my husband said, "What you?" He was laughing, you know, in a good way. I bought that small ass refrigerator to put water in and little sandwiches for my one-on-one classes. And look at, and I don't know if I even have it on my page, but I have a giant, like a giant refrigerator now in a school. And my students, they keep it full of lunch and snacks and water and food and stuff. So yeah, I started from there to what I have now. Still burping, baby. There go my grand opening. A grand opening, that was. You guys can learn. So today I enrolled 15. So I'm going to order 15 brushes. So when you come in, everybody have a brush. Have a product line, of course. So you're going to have products. You're going to have everything here. I got y'all. Yeah. It includes me paying for your test at the end, which is your written test and your practical test. I'm gonna make the practical kit for you. Yeah. I might be doing too much. I think I'm not. Yeah, I'm doing too much then. I ain't know. It's okay. Yeah, I said it now. The lessons on top. I can always change for the next group. Yes, for the next group. But this, y'all blessed. I already said y'all get out of there. I'm paying for your written test. I'm paying for your practical test. Putting your practical kit together for you, not just tell you you're gonna make it. Go practice. We're gonna just be relaxed. We're gonna have fun and learn. Y'all ready? Yeah. I'm still jumping. 15 students in my first group. Look at my tables right there. I had to go buy a lot of more tables. I'm sitting on them. And I still didn't have enough, so I had to go buy some more tables because God said, well, I got you. Here's your building. Now what you gonna do with it? Stay ready. So I had to keep going, and then he blessed me. And I got some more desks. So if I can do it, and it's me traveling, again, me traveling, going out, networking, you can't just stay stagnant. Scared money don't make no money. So I'm always going out to meet people, go out and, market my business, get more student enrolled, make sure my name is out there in these streets. Keeping family, bringing family along. Your business name describes you to a T. Yes, ma'am. Stay ready. And my husband came up with that name too. Remember, babe? He said, yeah. He came up with that name back there in his man cave. Name is Stay Ready. Because we were going back and forth. I'm like, what? He said, stay ready. You always talk about stay ready. Stay ready, so you got to get ready. Stay Ready Nails Academy. So yeah, celebrating, baby. Woo woo. I'm gonna guess it. 1, 2, 3. It's too late. I mean, saying we said it earlier. Show what it got. I do anyway. You get tired of celebrating. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So yeah, that's shoot. Yeah, I needed more desks after that. So all I'm saying is this, you guys. Chin has been on here all day, which is rare. I mean, he always live, but he been on here like all day. So it's to the point where it's time for y'all to start, like, if you constantly seeing Chin talking about it, that means he's talking to you. If it's time, it's time. If it's not time, it's okay. Like I said before, I bought the blueprint, and I was in a Go program back in 2018. I just bought it and sat on it. I'm like, okay, I bought it. Okay, fine. I kept doing nails. My husband, he's like, who is this guy? I'm like, I don't know. So let's figure it out. We ain't had no money. He went and found out though. He figured it out. We got money. We paid Chin. I never forget. I paid him. I paid Chin. And I'm like, okay, let me get back to doing nails. I was still kind of scared. I ain't know. I could have been further along, but I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be at now. But basically, I bought the blueprint. We sat on it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see let's try it. So here we go. Family hustle. Every weekend I'm off. I can do what I want to do. I can really, I'm really honestly retired for the second time. I can, if I ain't there, my 2 kids gonna be there. That's the main thing. Like, my son just passed his practical test last week because I had to teach him how to go to state board. He just can't get hours and just be licensed. No, I had to teach him. So my daughter was, Lauren, she did it for the team. She the first one. So my daughter did it for the team. She said, huh? I'm gonna say, how many the Barber? Come here, he saw you in the bar. Come here. My daughter. So if y'all have kids that's of age, come tell Chin, hey.
Lauren.
She died. This here right here. This is a mastermind. She's, look at her. That's a mastermind. You never see her. She's behind the scene. You never see her. She behind the scenes. She's smart. But how many screens you got back there? 2? 1. One in that big TV. That's a mastermind. Mm-hmm. Here come EJ, my son, the mastermind. They both smart. So she's the number 1 instructor. Well, I'm the first one. She's the second instructor. And then EJ. So it's 3 of us. Family hustle. Yeah. That means I can have 25 students. She can have 25 students. EJ can have 25 students. Do the math. That's 75 students. Family hustle.
Yep.
So if you have grown kids, make them licensed, make them just by default. She ain't interested in all this. It ain't about that. It's about having her license so she can take over if I'm not here. And when I'm on vacation or out of town, or later on when I'm not here, they know how to run the business. Right?
Yep.
Well, thank you, baby. So she did it. Millionaire Barber started out. Millionaire Barber, my husband. Millionaire Barber, my husband. Because I could have still been like, who is this nigga? Who is this? Excuse my language. Who is this? You know how I am. Who is this? I'm like, I keep hearing this name. Who is this Millionaire Barber? That was meant for me to listen and pay attention. I could have blocked him. Like, who is this guy? In my DM saying congratulations. I'm like, oh, who is this? Somebody that knew that I was going to be something, and he saw potential in me, right? So I went for Millionaire Barber. I said, hubby, this is somebody named Millionaire Barber. Oh, he had to call him. What you told him? You threatening? Did you threaten? He probably did. I don't know what they talked about. I don't know. A long time, couple of times. I don't know what he told me no more, but he said, I'm gonna call him. I'm like, I'm gonna call it. I don't know what they talked about, but he came over with that money because I ain't have it. We ain't had no money. So he came over with it and we paid him. And I trusted Millionaire Barber, like I just paid him, and I ain't talked to Millionaire Barber in months and months. I just bought the blueprint. I'm like, okay. Then I reached back out a long time later. I'm like, hey, remember me? He said, oh yeah, you ready? I was like, I think what I'm gonna do, but go to this page, go start doing this first. I'm like, okay. So I went to the school, I did it. I said, okay, I did this here. What's next? You already paid for it. Go back in your blueprint. So I went back in that blueprint and I'm like, wait a minute. I was even telling EJ Millionaire Barber, like I said, he don't know a lot of stuff because I just be going. She don't even know this. Me and Pooh be trying to figure out something. I call my son Pooh. We be at the school and I was trying to figure out something. I'm like, wait a minute, let's go back to this blueprint. He said, Mama, it's right there. I'm like, what? I said, oh, I need a catalog. You need a catalog for your school. And I already had and didn't know it. So it's all copy and paste. So whatever you see Barber at, you change it to your school name, your school address, your school hours. If you need a business plan, it's in the blueprint. You just copy and paste from his information, from Barber and his hours and all this stuff to your hours, to your school name. And you cater it to your state, to your school. That's it. If you know how to do it, he'll help you do it.
Well, what you want to leave them with, Cynthia?
Well, what I want to leave y'all with is this. And our mom's going to be honest with y'all. It's not about chasing a dollar. It's about giving back, doing what God, doing your passion. And this is September 2021. So y'all saw me jumping outside of my school. That was November 2019. So almost 2 years. Right, babe? Almost. I said almost. Almost. It ain't been 2 years yet, and I did all of this. From doing all of that work at that school, investing, enrolling my 2 kids. Now they are instructors in under 2 years. Because I wasn't scared to spend money so I can make more money. And not only that, do it the right way. You need a team. Before I knew my kids can do all of this stuff and help me out, Millionaire Barber was all I had. It was just me and Millionaire Barber, his assistant. It was just us. From getting your website, from just calming you down. I'm calling him crying, hyperventilating, stressed out. He said, what are you talking about? You ain't got to do all. I know what to tell them people. So stop listening to people. Stop listening to naysayers. You just do what you're supposed to do. Millionaire Barber going to calm you down. You go by your steps, go by your blueprint. Made it work out. That's as simple as that. But you have to be ready to work. I ain't gonna come on here and lie and be like, oh, you can do what I do. You have to be willing to work and then invest and spend money. You can't do this being cheap, being doubtful. You're gonna have to work and spend money to make money, and it can work out. That's it.
All right, we thank you, Cynthia. We're gonna leave them with a theme song. Give us your hype theme song.
Every day I'm hustling. Somebody Rick Ross, you know I love Rick Ross.